Hi, here we are.
Okay, we are now live. I don't know why it just kept circling, go live, go live, go live. I hope people caught that I texted that we are going to reboot and start over, which I have done now. So we are here. So please, if you have found us, let us know. Put something in the chat, whether it's emoji or just a statement. But anyway, so we'll just kind of talk a little bit.
Hang out like everybody finds us again.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know why, but it's just circling and circling. I hate when computers do that. Circle and circle and circle.
At work, we call it, when I worked at 3M, it was the circle of death.
Well, yeah, we were on the circle of death there. Yes. So hopefully people caught that. You want to, I don't, I'll put in something. I don't know if anyone's here or not. So we're here. Ah, no, that was just me.
No.
It's there.
It says upcoming at 6:30. Well, that's the original one.
That's the original one.
Okay. Oh, here we are.
Okay. We are here.
I'm not seeing anybody else, but it just popped up on my phone though. So
okay, so we'll be a little more patient and hope that you guys can find us. I hate just jabbering.
I know
about nothing.
How about the weather?
Well, I had to go to see it for an appointment, and at the time I needed to leave, we had a tornado warning.
Yeah.
Wasn't a watch, it was a warning. Okay. Pat has now found us.
All right.
So Pat's with us. I know Robin.
Yep, there's Robin.
She's there now too. So
all right.
I don't know. It was a circle of death on the computer. Just go live, go live, go live, and it didn't do anything.
It wouldn't go.
We could chat back and forth, but that was it. Okay, so at least we have two people. Yay! Besides me saying we're live. We'll start with let's start with this one because we've talked about this before. Joanne Curtin, the designer for Canuck Quilter Designs. This is a pattern that she is going to be doing a sew along live. Now, I think you're going to need, I got it on Facebook, but I think you need to go to her webpage to register for it.
And she'll be sending out emails about tips and tricks and what your next steps are.
So that starts September 21st. I think I saw that her registration starts August 17th, I believe.
So that's next week.
Next week. So you want to go ahead, you can sign up for this. She's using a blue for her sew along, is using a blue.
Yes.
Blues. In her pattern, in the pattern design, she used Stonehenge fabric, which we have back here. So if you want yours to look just like this, we have the fabric, and we put together kits with the fabric cut as she described. It does not contain a pattern because some people already have the pattern. So we kind of kept them separate, So if we put the pattern in here, we would have included the price. So that just gives you an idea. If it's something you want to do, go to Canuck Quilter Designs webpage, and I think that's where you can register to start receiving her emails about it.
And we do have patterns available. So if you don't already have the pattern, you come in and buy the kit, and we have patterns available. So when this all came about, there were several of us like, well, I want to participate, but I already have the kit, or I already have the pattern. And she already had the pattern, and Pat already had the pattern. So we're like, all right, we're just gonna make kits without a pattern.
Yep.
And you know, it had all been up being the same price with or without. So
Okay,
we
so
did it.
we're going to move on to sales. We'll do this one last.
Okay.
The Marty Michelle, all of her stuff, patterns, templates are still on sale for 40% off.
Yep.
And we are doing all of our door banner boxes that we have. No, we don't have them all anymore.
But what we have,
they're 25% off
Yes.
during the month of August.
This is the September one, so it's a back to school theme. So if you know a teacher and you thought, that would be really cool. My daughter-in-law is like, a friend of mine's a teacher. She goes, that would be really cool. And she said, could we embroider or something her name across the top? You know, Mrs. or Miss or Mr. or just her last name. And I'm like, well, yeah. So we got the pattern out and looked at it because I have one that I haven't done yet. And yeah, it's just one piece of fabric across. It's like, yeah, we could do whatever. We could paper piece it. We could maybe embroider it. We could print it out on printable fabric. So yeah, so we have this. We have several of this one. We've got some popsicles. There's a 4th of July one. There's some flowers. There's some Easter ones.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And if you want to see what it looks like, we actually have a completed banner up on the wall here at the shop.
The pencil one, we do have a completed one, yeah.
Yeah, that one's up there. Pat did that because she thought it would be fun. So thank you for that. Okay, because we're into State Fair.
Started today.
Yeah.
Rain and all.
Yep. I wonder if they had a tornado warning.
I don't know. They were suggesting that people waited because the gates opened at like 8 a.m. and they were suggesting that people wait a little bit because it was pouring down rain and streets were flooded and all that.
And some of the stuff with the events were moved. I saw on my KCCI site, and that some of them were canceled. So we all have to adjust to Iowa weather.
Yes. So this is our August only during the fair 5 for 4 sale. So you buy 5 items and you get the least expensive of those 5 for free. Mm-hmm. But this only includes fabric, patterns,
books,
and books. So not the notions, not the rulers, because we have several rulers that because of owner or requirements, company's requirements, we can't put them on sale unless they decide there's a sale.
So that's the way it is.
Yep. So we just decided not to include the notions. That way it wasn't total chaos.
And if you go to the fair, bring in your wristband during fair time.
Yep.
And you'll get 10% off of our fat quarters. So
those are our fabulous fair 5 for 4 fun.
I don't remember the other word.
We had a lot of F words and not that one.
So anyway, we're doing that. We also going to have some classes coming up in September. We don't have any classes in August. We're kind of recuperating from the shop hop and getting the store back in shape and getting new stuff in. So we didn't put any classes in August, but we have some coming up in September. On September, it's a Saturday on the 12th, Pat will be doing foundation paper piecing, doing the Stellar Translucence pattern. Now this one is a big one. We use the ombre fabrics.
Yep.
Because if you did it with just regular fabrics, you got how many do you have to buy? 16?
28.
28. Or a lot.
Yeah. You needed 4, well, according to the pattern, you needed 3 shades of 8 colors. So that's 24 fabrics plus a white and 3 shades of gray. Doing it with the ombre, you only needed I think it's a 1/4 yard of 8 fabrics, and that gave you all your shades you needed.
Yep.
So we've got kits together for that. It's a fun class. Darla and I both took it.
Yep. So Pat will be in here and helping you learn how to do foundation paper piecing. This pattern is a Chris Hobbs pattern. And if you've been in our shop or you go to the state fair, we currently have a large blue tractor, koalas, large, and penguins. So those are the three we have in the shop right now. They will be gone before the end of the month.
Yep.
But
And we have several of others. There's a polar bear, there's a trophy buck,
there's dinosaurs.
and the dinosaurs, yes. We have those patterns that are hers. And I know it's still secret, I think, but if you're going to the fair, make sure you go upstairs at the Varied Industries building and look at all the beautiful quilts, because I hear she has a new one that's going to be hanging at the fair.
So go check that out. And you know her quilts, if you've seen them before, they are very detailed and they're beautiful.
Yes. So as soon as that one's no longer secret and patterns are available, I'm sure we will have them here.
Yep.
I know Miss Pat's working on a shop sample.
Yes. Thank you,
She's
Pat.
testing that pattern. So we will get at least the pattern. We may try to get, I don't know, we'll do kits, but we'll have the fabrics that Pat used available. So if you wanted a kit for that, we could cut it.
Okay. Robin stated, we're going to back up a little bit here, stating that she's never gotten a wristband from the Iowa State Fair. I think you just get stamped.
Okay.
So if you have a parking receipt, if you have some indication that you were at the Iowa State Fair, I think we'll accept that.
Okay. So yeah,
If it's a stamp, unless you if you don't wash your hand,
take a picture of your stamp.
we know you guys.
If you buy your tickets online, you've got the receipt kind of thing on your phone.
You might have a stub of a ticket. I don't remember that. Something just to demonstrate that you were at the state fair. Thank you, Robin, for that tip, because I had forgotten that we no longer had wristbands.
Yeah, I guess it's been a couple of years since we've been there. We talked about going, but I don't know if that'll happen.
But let's move on to, we have 2 classes of English paper piecing. Oh, did I say with Stellar, it's an all-day class.
Yep.
Starts at 10, goes to 3.
Yep. And there is a lunch break in there.
Yep. So on September 22nd and the 26th, you can take either class. It's English paper piecing, and you're going to be doing Grandmother's Flower Garden. Now, this is a different kind of paper piecing, and you don't use a sewing machine for English paper piecing.
So this is Grandmother's Flower Garden.
I bet you've seen it. Maybe if your grandmothers may have done quilting, you may have seen that pattern somewhere. So that class is from 12 to 3. So it's just an afternoon class, and it's just either day. It's not a 2-day class. Yeah. It's just a 1-day class. So do that. You can register, sign up for either of these classes or these 3 classes on our website, which is www.itsotempting.com, and It's So Tempting is all one word, no hyphen. So anyway,
we had Terry Payton join us. Hello.
Good.
Just looking through the comments on there.
Yes. Sorry for those of you that are trying to find us. We had computer
technical difficulties.
Yes. The circle of death.
Yeah, we do have classes coming up in October. We didn't print that schedule out, but they are live on the website. And I know, Pat, help me out. We've got some coming up, I think, in November or early December. I know we're going to do another one of the mini festive foundations paper piecing, the little 3-inch ones. Yes, they're small pieces, but they're small pieces on there, but you don't start with something that itty bitty when you do it. It's a bigger piece of fabric. You sew it on, and then you trim it. Trim, sew, press. That's your paper piecing mantra.
Yep. So anyway, those classes will be coming up. I've been trying to look at my calendar, and I may be doing a pillowcase class. I think we have some beginner classes coming up. I've had some people in here, a young woman that really is wanting to learn how to sew, how to quilt.
Okay.
So we will be having those coming up. Just kind of getting it up and going. So keep watching our webpage, and we'll keep trying to announce all the ones on our show on Thursday nights. We're not going to go too far out because you don't want to hear us talking about the same classes over and over
Right.
and over again. So
Pat says November is a Dollar Horse and the minis. Minis are in December, early December. So
okay, very good.
all right.
Okay, let's see what new fabrics we got in.
We had a surprise delivery this week. When we ordered the Stonehenge, I forgot we ordered some other stuff. And it showed up this week. So we got in a really beautiful, it's a batik, and it's not really white, but it's a white on cream, just swirlies. It's Starburst. That's what so that was a pretty one. That one's not going to show up on the screen at all.
That's hard sometimes.
Yeah.
This one is called Mirage Ebony. It's a nice black. You can see it has texture to it, patterns that would be really nice. Getting black fabric sometimes is kind of hard.
Yeah. And this one is the same line. This is smoke. So it's just different shades of gray in the same modeled design. And then one more.
This one is Glisten Frosty. And there is little, you're not going to be able to see it, I don't think, on the computer, but it does glisten. There's
there's some shiny
stuff in there, which we really like here at this shop. And so a lot of our customers like it too.
That one would be a good winter
snow. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Ideas.
That's right. Did you do this one? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, should we do Kaylee's? Okay. We've had this panel in for quite a while. And so I'm going to need a little help separating this out.
We're going to do it sideways.
Is that sideways?
Yeah.
That's all right. Right. Maybe you could show it better that way.
Yeah. So the panel itself was a vineyard theme. So there's wine bottles and grapes and grapevines and wine barrels and some grape leaves and grapes. This kind of dark and whatever. Well, our young college student, Kaylee, took 2 panels and cut them up and used them for the center blocks and the star points of, instead of solid fabrics or a blender fabric or whatever. Oh, and it just came out really awesome. Yeah, she did an awesome job.
She did great.
Picking fabrics. This is another Canuck Quilter Designs called Jump Space. So that's that one. And I know she's reworking that one and putting maple leaves instead of stars. And I know she's working on that pattern.
Wow.
So,
she is so creative.
She is.
So those of you think, oh, this is an old person's hobby. Kaylee this is her freshman year in college.
Yeah.
So.
And she's been here for like 2 years or 3 years. Since she was old enough. Yeah. When she turned 16, she started working here part-time, mostly during the summer, but occasionally during the school year when she didn't have other stuff going on. So, and she'd sewn clothing but had never quilted. And
she's done great. We have some other quilts of hers.
Yes.
And then some that she made, we went ahead and finished them off, quilted them, put our names on them, and she received them as a graduation gift from both Iowa Falls and It's So Tempting.
Yep.
So
that was fun.
It was fun.
Okay,
we're getting a lot of comments.
Oh, good.
Oh. Did you see Robin's? We'll have to do this. Keep a little flashlight nearby to shine on the tone fabric. Thank you for that tip. We will have to remember that.
Yes, we've got them here for sale at the shop, a little black light
Yes.
like you use for finding, pet urine on your floors and carpets and
What
whatever
other
else.
things?
Yeah, whatever else. But it works great on the white on white fabrics.
Yes.
I've done a couple. And
because you do those white on whites, and then you get you carefully do it, and you get done, and that's the backside.
so you're making half square triangles or flying geese, and you get them put together, and you realize, oh, that one's backwards. That one's backwards.
Oh dear.
So,
Yep.
And then Pat said October is the Quilting 101 snack mats.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll be talking about those more.
Yes.
So, boy, you guys are really, really talkative today. I don't know how many are on here, but there's at least
Pat and Robin, at least, or
yes.
Jerry. All right.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and talk about block 4 of our block of the month. I don't think well, you can kind of see them a little bit in our screen, that our past 3 blocks. So now I'm going to show the 4th block.
Okay.
You'll need to center it back
to you.
and lower.
Lower.
Okay, looks good.
Okay.
Okay, now hopefully I remember everything I was going to do. But putting this all here, I went through this right before we went live to kind of remind myself what I had planned. I sometimes forget that. There is the block 4. And I thought, okay, I'm going to try the cat's cradle with the tulle. It didn't work. It wasn't going to work because of the way I cut the fabric. Oh, and if you remember last week, I talked about not having enough of this green plaid. I had enough from previous blocks to easily make another one. Okay. So anyway, if you don't freak out if I don't have enough fabric because we didn't give you the right amount, you should have some from a previous block. So anyway, there is block 4.
Okay.
This is the cat's cradle there.
So this has got cat's cradle and flying geese and half square triangles, because those are in your cat's cradle.
Right. So I know that some people, now how did you use that tool for the flying geese? So I've got steps here to show you.
All right.
All my little tools here that I have. Okay. So you've got your big square. This is for flying geese. And I already marked it. And how I mark it is I like this little tool here. I really like it. I line it up, and then I draw my lines. Those are my sewing lines. The instructions say draw a line from corner to corner and then sew 1/4 of an inch. I just sew on the line because I've used this tool.
That's what that ruler is really nice for that.
Yeah. So then you cut it apart, right down the center there, and you end up with this. Well, let's see. I didn't bring one other piece anyway.
Okay.
But so then you do it again, and you line it up, and so your 3rd piece. So I've got these 2, and then your 3rd. So I cut them down the center. Now I've got that. So now what I'm going to do, well, here's a ruler that I can use. I can just kind of, if I want, I can cut that down the center following my, I just put my 1/4 inch on one of the sew lines. And I cut. Nice sharp blade. Bend it over. There it is. And then now I'm trimming it down. Don't forget to trim it down.
Yeah, don't forget to trim it down.
I'm not going to actually trim it, but here's the tool. So this is a trim tool. And you set it, these have already been trimmed. So you set it so that the point and the instructions say on D. So,
which is a 2x4 finished.
Finished, yes. The measurements on here say finished. So then I trimmed this side and this side of it. After I've done that, then I take it I turn it around, turn my tool around, and again, lining my point up with the D. And also there's a black and white broken up line. And then trim here and trim there. That's how this great tool is used. And I've gotten so that I actually have both sizes. So this one makes 1.5 by 1 inch all the way up to 4 by 8. And then I've got a larger one that'll do larger flying geese. So that's just a really neat way to do that. Now, cat's cradle. I really had hoped that I could use the cat's cradle tool, but it calls, and I like the way the tool works better than the way she did it. So you have to make, I've got some here, half square triangles. Now we gave you a piece of paper in your kit.
That make 8 at a time. It works really slick.
Yeah.
You sew on your dotted lines, cut on the solid lines.
And it gives you the 8, and that's all you need.
Yep. You shouldn't have to do any trimming. There might be some dog ears, but maybe not.
I think there were dog ears. Okay. I had to cut off dog ears. But this is what you have. So here's my half square triangle. So it's ready. Then the instructions say, and I will tell you, this worked my brain. I struggled with this. This step here. Come on. I sewed it on wrong, and then I had to re-sew it. So the white goes up. No. Yes. You line up, and I finally I put it together so I would know what I was doing. I sewed it up here, and I did it this way. No. So I laid it out, and this is the challenge. So I laid it out that way. So now this is how it's supposed to look when I'm done. So then I took one, I did my 1/4 inch. So there.
Pressed it open.
Then I did the other one, and I ended up with this piece. Now, I didn't quite have the right ruler that they show, and I struggled with this piece. So I bought this one today to help me.
Okay. I have another tip for your.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Okay. What's your tip?
So I took my flying geese ruler because it's got all the little fun triangles, and I put it in point G just because that. Oh wait, this way.
Yeah.
So I lined up my green plaid there in point G and got it all squared up, and then trimmed across there because that gave me my 1/4 inch from the tip of that to the edge of the fabric.
I love that idea. Oh, that's much better than what I was going to show.
Okay.
So then you just cut it off, get rid of that extra stuff. That's so much better. Oh.
Yeah. I worked ahead because I wanted to make sure we had the right amounts of fabric in our kits. So
if you have this tool, see, you can use it for other things.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic idea. I love it. It's better than this other one. Get rid of that other one.
All right.
But anyway, you have to get that down to a 1/4 inch. Then You take it. Sew it there.
And I'm going to show you one more tip for that one.
Okay.
So
Oh, yes.
this is a pat tip.
Yes,
You
it
take
is.
your triangle and fold it in half, and you give it a little finger press there. And then you can line it up with the point there. And it's not an exact science, but I kind of lay it down there and let it unfold its wings and get it nudged up to where it needs to go. And now you can sew, and I usually sew from this side so you can see where they aren't flying geese on this one, but where your seams intersect is where you're supposed to be hit. That should be your 1/4 inch.
Yep. So then this is trimmed down to, I double check my, actually it's this, I think it's this one.
Yep, it's 4.5.
Is it 4.5? I thought it was, yep.
And that one's got a 45-degree.
It has a 45-degree
See,
right in the center.
So you can line it all up.
Yep.
This is where a rotating mat would be great.
Yes. And didn't do this one very well. Well, that's the way it goes. I'll try to correct it when I sew it together. And you just trim it down. I'm not going to do all of that. Thank you. But, sometimes it takes more brains. You can lift the camera. It takes more brains. Boy, that's really bad. We'll see. Maybe I'll have to do that one over again. But anyway, there are that was really, between the two of us, we got you some really great tips and tricks on the
rulers. Yeah.
The rulers and the.
Because these rulers aren't cheap.
No, they're not.
But if you can find different ways, and they've got a barcode, and I'm sure there's, several other things to do with this one. I just haven't gone down that rabbit hole yet.
Well, no, it just kind of shows you how to do the flying geese.
Okay.
But so you got creative and used it other ways, and I like that idea.
So, because I was struggling. I'm like, well, how do I trim this? And I'm like, well, it's not really a flying geese, but it's
going to work.
Yeah. So I had to slide it over to G so that I had enough of the ruler edge to trim all the way across. But yeah, that worked out.
So anyway, that's block 4. I got tips and tricks this time too. So make things easier, use what we have. I found the rulers that I had, because in the book they show about setting it here and then but they had a different ruler. We don't have that ruler. I didn't have that ruler. It's like, and that's so much easier. So much easier.
Hopefully we all have this fun ruler. So
I love that.
Yeah.
Flying geese.
I used to dread flying geese because they always came out so wonky, and when I put them together I had to pull and tug, and you're not supposed to do that, and my seams, anyway, they are because of this.
Yes. If you're in the shop, I used on the it was a Villa Rosa pattern that I used for the shop hop.
Yeah, yes.
I used my flying geese trim tool for all of those, and they were perfect. All the same, it matched beautifully. So some tools, you can variety of ways, and if you make flying geese for a lot of things, it's not travel. Joanne Connect the Quilted Designs has one that's a lot of flying geese. I think I could do that now with this tool.
Yeah, somebody else, it was on somebody's free pattern page. I don't remember whose it was, but it was several rows of flying geese, and I'm like, oh, well, I have a tool for that.
Yeah. So, Robin got the skinny this.
Yep.
And she got the flying geese one, and is loving them both.
Good.
What tool did I use to mark it? I tend to like this Quilter Select self eraser, but you can use any of the marking tools.
Yeah, I just have the Sew Line. It's basically a mechanical pencil, and I have 2 of them. One's pink on one end and white on the other, and the other one's flip flopped. And I have white lead in one and just gray like pencil lead in the other. There are several other colors of lead available. We're getting in a pack that's got multicolors in it.
Oh, that's great. Because, I've got white. Well, white's not going to work on this.
Yeah.
Or I've got black. Well, black won't work, So it's nice to have a variety. And although I'm not very good at changing.
That's why I have two pencils. I've got white in one and gray in the other. And so far, that's all I've needed. So
I had to change one out, and it's like, well, now I got this. It was a hassle. Any other questions?
Yeah, I don't have this exact ruler, but I've got a 1/2-inch ruler that came in something I bought, and it's only about 6 inches long, but it's perfect for all of this.
Yeah.
So I use that one.
I think I thought I had a smaller one, but this is one I have found, and I'm liking it. It's just, I'm now using it when you have to do, sew down the center of your square. Well, I can mark down there, and then
you got to get your foot in the right spot. And
it's so much easier to do this and sew on the line. I do better sewing on lines. So, any other questions? Pat learned how to make 3D flying geese.
Oh.
Going to play around with this. Okay, that's what it says. Okay, I want to see that, Pat.
Yeah.
We'll have to bring that in. We may have to have you demo it.
Oh, speaking of, we will not be going live next Thursday. Darla will be in Wyoming, Iowa at a retreat, and Steph's filling in at the pharmacy and struggles to get down here on time. So we just decided we weren't going to do a live next week. It's fair week. Maybe I'll go to the fair next Thursday.
That sounds good. Yeah. But you're having to work. Who's working?
No, I'm working, so we won't be going to the fair. Maybe we can go after. I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Thank you for joining us.
So no live next Thursday. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Sounds good. I'll be back. Maybe I will pick up more tips and tricks from my retreat. You never know. I'm with some really experienced quilters there too. So.
And if you're working on the UFO challenge, keep up on that.
Yep, I've got 2 bindings. Oh, I don't like bindings.
I have tips and tricks for that too.
I know you do. I might have to have you demo that. That's from a pet.
I used to really dread binding, which is silly because then your quilt is done.
I know.
And I took Pat's class. I think it was 7 ways to bind a quilt, all different kinds of techniques. And I picked up some tips from her, and I came across a few others, and I finally figured out something that works for me. So yeah, maybe I'll do a demo on that. I should do that.
Yeah. If there's, if you're out there, because sometimes we struggle, what are we going to demo today? So if there's something that you want us to demo, please let us know, because we want to demo and give you tips and tricks that are helpful for you as quilters.
Yeah.
So I think we've been going a while, and we don't like to make these shows last exceedingly long. So thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right.
Okay. And thanks for finding us. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.